So Emma, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. So first of all, how do you find Oslo?
Oslo's kind of rainy.
Yeah.
Kind of rainy, but I was really struck by the row of buildings right across from the train station. There's some kind of like art project, like overall art project, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, they were really cool.
So you just walked off stage and you talked about story and storytelling. Can you sum up a little bit about your main key points of your presentation? What creates a good story?
Well, yeah. So what creates a good story? That's kind of like the $1 million question. I don't know how well I can sum that up, but one thing is to pay attention to your audience engagement. Like, don't be so complicated that they're going to lose what you're trying to say. So simplicity. Another thing is, like, how are you going to say this? How do you keep them engaged and keep them guessing? So adding in, reversals and the unexpected is really important. And just always to think about your character, like what's your character's background? What kind of context does your audience have for the actions that the character is going to take, so that they don't get lost, so that they understand what's going on. Yeah.
And marketers talk a lot about storytelling now these days. Can you give me an example of some of the brands you think are good at storytelling?
Yes. Yeah. So some of the brands that are good at storytelling that I've noticed in the past few months, I guess years. One of the brands is Chipotle. I think their campaign, I think it's 3 parts now, of kind of like from farm to the restaurant, with like the scarecrow or the little stop motion farm. I think those are really great, like touching stories that also, it's in line with their brand. It's not so much, it doesn't feel like an advertisement. It feels like a short film.
Cool. Yeah, I agree. And last question: do you think that all these digital opportunities helps people to create better stories, or do you think sometimes technology can come in the way of a good story?
Definitely, technology can get in the way, but I think that all the technology that we're kind of dealing with right now is great for story, because you can produce so much more for the kind of the same cost. So you can do many things that may or may not work, and there might be a dark horse, like some kind of story thing that you tried out that does connect with people, and you might not have landed on that if you had to pick one. So it's kind of, you can throw a lot on the wall and see what sticks.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time.